Hey guys, what's up? How you all doing? You okay? So I've just got back from Doncaster. It's been an early day. Well, it's been a long day. Um, it's now 3:22 or 15:22, and I've been up since 3:45 a.m. The usual. Go to work, get up, hit gym, and then go straight to work. It's been non-stop for me. Doncaster was pretty cool. I went to the docks. Well, it was cool, but the people that work on the docks, they're just, the men, they look so just grimy and scary looking and angry, they're all dirty and tattooed up and just big ass lorry drivers. And me, I'm strutting in there, pretty boy, and they're thinking, hello, what we got here, guys? And I'm like, I just want to do this delivery and go. But yeah, apart from that, Doncaster was okay. So I used to be a bouncer, guys, and it was one of those type of jobs. I don't even know how I took it on, because I was never a fighter. I was never the type of guy that would go around fighting people. It wasn't in me to do that. But I was very business minded, and it was like, right, I need to make some money. I need to start saving my money. I want to see my bank account go up, and my bank account did go up. But I just wasn't the right person for the doors or working as a bouncer. I just didn't have the right mentality, and secondly, I didn't know how to fight either. Because you do need to know how to fight a little bit. You need to know how to lock people up, restrain them, and be firm with them and throw them out. And you need to have a set, and I didn't have a set. I'll be honest with you, I just didn't. So, I was teamed up with, well, basically where I used to work used to be a snooker club combined with a little bar next to it. And Friday, Saturday nights, that was the times I'd work there, from 8 till 12, and then sometimes 12 till 4. You get all sorts of clients in there: prostitutes, drug dealers, kids, weed heads. There was always weed in there, coke heads, and all sorts of other things. And then you'd get the lads in there, you'd get gypsies in there. You'd get a lot of trouble in there. And to put myself on that door with an experienced bouncer was just like crazy, but it worked out in the end. So the guy that I was working with, I won't mention his name, we still get on and everything. He was like a brother, still is. Look up to him big time. And I've always said he was like the blueprint of me hitting the gym. If it weren't for him, see that little Mexican wave? If it weren't for him, there would be no little pulses like that. Yeah, he was the one that got me into the gym, and he was with me for a little bit, and then he disappeared. And he said to me, like, Nick, if I don't go gym, you make sure you go. So I've always had that mentality that I've got to go no matter what. So, big massive thanks to him for that. He'll watch the video and he'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah, he used to be a wrestler, and he was kind of like a biker as well. And he was just this big lump. And me, I was just, and he was a white guy, and, he was very popular with everybody, you name it, everybody knew him. And I was just a skinny little Indian guy, just like, he wasn't taking me serious, right? I just had big eyes, and I was just whatever. But so I worked the doors for about, I think total like 4 years. So for the first 2 years, guys, I just got bullied, and I'm talking seriously bullied. If he wasn't with me, then I would get battered. I probably would have gotten beaten up all the time, and that's the honest truth. He mostly handled the situations, and then slowly I'd pick up things from him. But even then, in those 2 years, it was like I'd get bullied a lot by customers, and they would say to me stuff like, if I went on, I remember this one situation where there was a bunch of gypsies, like, I think there was like 3, maybe more, I don't know. But they were like pushing and being really aggressive towards this woman. And I was told to step in by the manager. And I had to go step in and say, look guys, can you calm down? And I remember the whole pub just turning around and stopping what they're doing and looking at me to see how I'd handle the situation. And the gypsies turned around to me and said, go back to your fucking door. I was like, what? And I didn't expect him to do that, because all I said to him was, like, guys, can you leave a lady alone? Stop, it's a bit rude, it's a bit disrespectful. Yeah, go back to your fucking door, leave it, don't worry about it. They're like that with me, I hope my gypsy traveller accent's alright. But yeah, I went to the door, put my head down, and I was just gutted. And this happened a few times, not with just gypsies, with other guys as well. There were some black guys, there were some white guys, there's some Asian guys. So for 2 years, just got bullied, and even women used to push their luck around with me, believe it or not, yeah. And I just quit. I said to my mate, I said, look, I'm done. And he was like gutted. He was like, nah, you should. I said, no, I'm done. I'm fed up of getting picked on all the time, even on the doors. And I'm doing my best, and I just want to earn, my money, and that's it. But I'm not in the right frame of mind, and I just can't do it. So that's when we started hitting the gym, and I started becoming a bit more confident. And he was still working the doors, and he said to me, like, he'd say, when are you coming back? I'm working with these idiots. They're not like you. They weren't observant. They weren't listening. Nothing. I was like, well, but I was a wimp. I couldn't fight no one, because that's not the point. The point was that you took things on board. It's like, okay, cool. I appreciate you saying that. I thought I saw a little cat. In our estate, by the way, the cats like to sit on top of our cars. Any car, no matter what you got, Bentley, Ferrari, they're gonna sit on it. Cats in our estate have got some attitude. But so I got confident and whatnot. I thought, you know what? I want to go back to the doors. Got a little bit of size on me, and I'm fed up of being bullied. And just being a wimp. I wanted to man up a bit. I think I was like 20, 22 at the time. Went back to the doors, guys. Got into a couple of fights. Got my confidence. My confidence went straight up. And even he said, like, you've changed. And I was like, yeah, I guess I have a little bit. And I changed so much that I started becoming a bully, guys. And I'm not lying. But not your normal type of bully that would go around picking on everybody. I was more of a tactical bully. I would look for bullies in the club, and I would go bully them. And I knew that because I was a bouncer, I could do whatever I wanted to. And I would see them, if they were picking on someone or pushing themselves around with other customers, I would go grab them and say, look, you gotta go. I don't like the way your behaviour is. Or you can apologise to that person. And they'd be like, fuck off, mate. I ain't fucking apologising. I'd be like, okay, cool, we're going out now. In fact, I wouldn't even say that. I'd say, come here, I want to talk to you. I'd do that. Because that was the only way, because the music was loud. Then they'd come out into the hallway. I'd make them follow me all the way to the main door. I'd say, you're not coming in, you gotta go. And that's when they'd kick off. And that's when it would start, like, bang! 1 or 2 punches, and they'd fall. And that's when the whole street, there was bouncers on that side as well, bouncers on this side, everybody would be looking. And I would be like thinking, right, I need to make a stance here. I need to actually stand my ground. If I don't, then I'm going to get bullied by the bouncers, all the customers. Northampton's going to just rip me. So then, as soon as that guy got back up, I punched him a few more times. But, again, like, I'm not a fighter. And he fell down, and then he come back for more. My guy that was with me, my partner, he launched him. He hit him once, like, boom! And the guy, like, just jumped in the air, and he just walked off. Yeah, I think he fell down as well. No, he jumped in the air, bounced across the car, looked at my mate, and then looked at me, and then he just walked off, and that was it. And that was it then. It just spiraled from there. I just became more and more confident. Again, I wasn't going around picking on everybody. I was seeking bullies. I was a bully looking for bullies, believe it or not. It got to the point there where I was like running the door to a certain extent. My mate, he was older than me, and he was 10 times harder and tougher than me. But there was a little something about me, confidence and whatnot, and leadership and that, and I like to lead it. And if we were bored, we would look for bullies, believe it or not, yeah. We were bored, we'd look for bullies. I'm not proud of it, because I don't like bullies. And I don't want to become a bully to go hunt bullies either. But there was this one situation where I didn't tell him what was going on. And this guy, this Asian guy, would always come into the club and look at me, give me dirty looks with his mates. And I thought, you know what, this guy's just taking the mick. And I let it happen for a couple of weeks, and then that was it. He went to the toilets. I told my area manager, and we followed him. And then we gave him a little beating. You know, I tried to headlock him and give him a little punch, and he was just like a little worm. He kept coming out of my headlock. Even my manager couldn't get him. And then he ran off outside, and he was on the main street. I tried to throw him through the window, guys, 3 times. It's not good, you know. 3 times I tried to throw this guy through the window. He didn't go through the window. He got stopped. But you know, it was just like this job was changing me, and I was yes, I was becoming confident. I was becoming cocky and arrogant, but not in a horrible way. I was mostly dishing it out to the horrible people. And I realised my personality was changing, and I thought, you know what, I gotta knock this job on the head. It's not good. And then the other thing that made it really worse is that I found out that, you know, I was paying tax, national insurance, and I was on like £6 something an hour, really low, even less than that, I think. And I remember working really hard, and I just about got like a 50p raise. I was really gutted. And then when I found out through other people that they were on £15 an hour, and some even on £20 an hour, and guess what? Takes the mick. They were even getting paid cash in hand. I was like, right, I'm done. I'm not doing this. This isn't my lifestyle anyway. I'd rather be at home watching Simpsons or cooking shows or chilling with my family than being out here, you know, knocking people around and getting paid pennies. What for? Getting paid £5 something or £6 something, you know, to work on the club doors. You know, it wasn't worth it, especially for that money. So I had to quit. My partner was so gutted. He begged me so much. He said, "Don't go, don't leave. You know, we're good together. Who's gonna have my back and that?" And I just like, I can't do it, mate. I've got to leave. So it's crazy how certain jobs can turn you into a bully, and I'm not proud of it, guys. This is a very realistic channel. You know, I'm sharing my experiences with you, and I don't stand by bullying. When I can recognize a certain pattern or something bad's happening, I'll cut it off there and then. And the doors, I've never been back. I've been asked many a time, come back to the doors. No, I'm not interested. I'd rather not do it. I'm not, you know, I'll be there trying to be Batman and Superman, trying to get all the villains, and it just doesn't feel right, you know. So that's my reason for why I left the doors. I was turning into a bully myself. Bouncers are not like that these days. They're called doormen now. Bouncers back then, you were allowed to have authority and you get away with beating people up and that. Not now. And you know, it's just one of those jobs. I thought I'd share that job with you guys. I'm not like that now. I'm not a bully. No way. You know, I'll take my time out to talk to people, listen to people, or try to understand the situation. Fighting's the last thing on my mind. Just not. No, it's not something that I want to do. But if you can relate to this, guys, and you've got a certain topic, you know, if you can relate to this and you've done a certain job like this, then leave a comment below. Hit me up in that comment box, and don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. And I hope you enjoyed it. Whatever you're doing, have a good weekend, and it is what it is.